Welcome back, physics fans. We're going to do 21 and 22 right now and get a head start on it. Pause the video if you want to read it and try to get a head start and try to guess what these answers are. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So a 20 kilogram block on a table with a coefficient of static friction of 0.4 needs what push to start it? And the word behind there is moving. Start it moving. Okay, free body diagram. There's our block. It's sitting on a table. Do I draw the table? No, you don't draw any surfaces in the free body diagram. But it is on the table, so there is a normal force of the table pushing up and the force of gravity pulling down on it. And we're going to start it to move. So we're going to be pushing on it, and what's going to be resisting it is our static friction, the force friction static. Now, the force of friction static is less than or equal to mu static normal. But we're on a level surface here, so the sum of the forces in the y equals 0. So the up equals the down, and the up is the normal, and the down is mg, the force of gravity. So they are equal. So that's why in physics 11 we can just substitute to mg. So the force of friction static is less than or equal to mu s mg. And in this case, it is 0.4 times m, which is 20, and this is 9.8. And then when I calculate that all out, I will get 0.4 times 20, which is 8. 8 times 98 is 78.4 newtons. So the maximum the force of friction can be is 78.4. If I push even a tiny bit more than that, a butterfly lands on it with a little bit of forward momentum, it's going to start moving. So all you have to do is push with greater than 78.4 newtons. Okay, all you have to do is push with greater than 78.4 and it will start to move. Because friction maximum is 78.4 and when it's in static, and then as soon as it starts moving, it's going to be kinetic friction, which is going to be less. There we go. Number 22. A 10 kilogram block sliding on a horizontal surface with a coefficient of kinetic friction of 0.65 is being pulled by a rope with a tension of 83.7 newtons. What is the frictional force? And what is the net force? And what is the acceleration? Okay, so it's on a surface, horizontal. That's the force of gravity. Okay, and it's pulled with a tension force of 83 newtons. And there is a kinetic frictional force, force of friction kinetic. So we write down Newton's law. Which law? Second law. Sum of the forces is equal to F net is equal to MA. Which one is winning? Well, we don't know, unless we kind of guess. What's the problem of not choosing the winning one. Well, if you choose the losing one, you're just going to get a negative acceleration. And if you get a negative acceleration, do I have to write it all out, change it, and erase it? No. A negative acceleration will be correct in the direction of, so therefore it's in the direction of the losing force. You chose wrong. You don't have to erase it. Your answer is correct. Tension minus the force of friction, kinetic, is equal to MA. I'm going to assume tension's winning. So this is going to be 83.7, and this is, it's going to be a minus mu kinetic, and it's just mg. Why? Because it's on a flat surface, and the sum of the forces in the y have to equal 0. So the up equals the down. And the up is the normal, and the down is mg. That's why I can substitute it and get that mg there. And that equals ma. So 83.7 minus 0.65 times the mass, 10 times 9.8 is equal to the mass 10 times A. Okay, so let's calculate these. Hello, Mr. Calculator. There we go. Let's calculate the frictional force. Let's clear that screen. 0.65 times 10 times 9.8. The frictional force is 63.7 newtons. Okay, I'm going to take 83.7 and subtract 63.7. And that makes 20 newtons is equal to MA. What is the importance of that 20 newtons? That's the net force. The net force is equal to 20 newtons. And if MA is 10, this is 10 times A is going to equal 20 over 10, or A is equal to 2 meters per second squared. Okay, now we are in physics 12. Can we put a direction to this? No, because I didn't say which direction it was going. East, west, north, south, definitely not up or down. So you could just say as drawn if you were desperate to get a direction. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Leave your comments down below, please.